Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This pick a card reading is a general reading, so it should fit any situation you find yourself in. And as always, we have our piles here with group 1 on the left through to group 4 on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below along with the cards that I'm using. There's also links to my other social media platforms where I'm sharing other readings and content, Facebook and TikTok, Instagram. You might like to check those out. There's a link in the description box to my booking page where you can find private reading with me if that's what you're after as well. You can find all of that information in the description box below. So that being said, I will leave you with your selection and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey group 1, welcome to your reading. If you've chosen this sweet little geode, like a little cave. So the message of the cave is that of creativity and feminine receptivity. So I think this is a time for opening up that softness, to soften, to ease, to find grace, to find non-judgment, to find curiosity. Let's jump into your reading, group 1. I just want to say as well before I do start, as we approach the school holidays here in Australia, my private readings will be a little less, a lot less. So yeah, tighter schedule if you're after a private reading. Not as much available, but as we over the next after 2 weeks, then yeah, it should be back to normal again. But there's still some spots, so have a look if you're after that. Should be something there. So YouTube days will change here and there as well. I'm actually going to be changing soon to a Monday, I believe. I think I'm going to go to a Monday, which is kind of suitable for the week ahead reading anyway. To start at the start of the week, you know. So let's just see as life changes for me over here, schedule changes and stuff. So yeah, it won't always be on the Thursday or the Wednesday evening if that's when you get it anymore. So changes to come in the weeks ahead. All right, so group 1, let's have a look at your reading. In the past energy, you've got the 8 of Cups, the 5 of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So there might have been something come up in the recent past that's been very emotional for you. You may have felt like something's happened that's very unfortunate. With the Wheel of Fortune reversed, it feels like it can feel like negative karma, or it can feel like something that you didn't expect, or something just not working out that you'd hoped it would, and it's obviously caused a great deal of sadness here. Don't click away yet. There's a lot of positivity in this reading. It just looks like you're having a moment. It looks like you're going through a couple of things. I think it is a couple of different things, but you will get to the other side. There's a lot of good stuff here, so let's just move on through. With the 8 of Cups, it looks like you are walking away from this situation too, though. Like you're finding, some of you may be finding that you have no choice but to walk away from the situation because of an unforeseen turn of events or some circumstance outside of your control. However, in the path ahead and the current energy you find yourself in, you are looking to the future. There's a little bit of anxiety about the future. We'll grab a few more cards in a moment. But the 2 and 3 of Wands shows, I feel like a bit of a stop-start energy sometimes when it comes to looking to the future and moving forward, simply because there might be so much details and things keeping you either focused on the past or focused on just stressful things or challenges, or it could just be everyday life ups and downs and things like that. But I feel like you're trying to reorientate yourself into a forward-moving direction here, and making some sort of plans for the future in the week ahead. Now, part of that is causing you to feel like a little bit powerless, like what do I do, where do I turn? You might be feeling powerless in a relationship, or an inability to reach out to someone or communicate effectively. So this week is a little bit, it's challenging at times, but it gets better though. This is great. It's like, that's what I mean, stop-start. Like at times you doubt yourself, and then maybe you sleep on it, or something you do, or something happens, or it passes, and then you sort of get a bit of perspective and focus again. And so I do see a bit of, you know, back and forth this week, which is fine. We are in a hectic retrograde season right now. Mercury's just started to join the party. Go easy on yourself. We've got the Fool now here with the Six of Swords and the Empress in the week ahead as well. So, you know, you see how there's like a bit of stop-start. You're making these plans for the future. You're a bit anxious about the future. You're a bit uncertain and feeling maybe powerless it's the unknown that might be very concerning or frightening for you. But Six of Swords and the Empress and the Fool shows me you kind of just fall into it in the end. Like you have a little I want to say buckling moment or crippling moment or something in the middle of the week, sort of pulls you up, but makes you think, or sort of you need a little extra self-care on that day, and that's cool. You've got what it takes. Maybe it's just the anxiety. Maybe you're taking on a new journey and you're like, you know, how is it going to work out? Can I afford this? Have I got the intelligence to complete my studies? Have I got, you know, the energy and the time to achieve my goals? Whatever it is, there's like lots of just overthinking, but then you obviously relax into it and let that go as the week progresses. It's only a bump in the road this week. And as you let that go, you just fall into this magic. Just surrender, trust your intuition, and let that chaos go. If there's any sort of dramas or things in relationships, sort of just letting that go as you move through the week, and to come into this place of your personal power here with the Empress, and nurture yourself, look after yourself, realize that that kind of is the key to your success. And if you're kind of all stressed out and you're going to miss the beauty, you're not going to be open to receiving. So that's probably why there's beautiful crystals here as well, that receptivity energy, where you're open to receive new ideas, or maybe a more compassionate way of viewing things. And definitely I feel like an opening, an expansion of the mind, an expansion of the way you're viewing your future, or maybe even the way you're perceiving other people or yourself. It's like a healing week ahead with there's like little plans for the future, little ideas coming in about the future, and just ideas about how to make things easier. And the focus is very much on nurturing yourself and investing in health, investing in maybe a business plan or a plan to travel or something like that. You've got some things to focus. Just like there's a couple little things that may distract you, or behavioural patterns or things that it's like, but mostly you're pulling yourself on course. You're staying the course, I think, here. Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck for you too. Look, in the Queen of Cups as we talk about receptivity. That's extremely intuitive and extremely healing energy, these two together for sure. Definitely connecting with healing that heart space, I think, this could be lots of different things, especially with the Empress here. You could be connecting with family, and that might be very healing for you as well, spending a bit of time connecting with people who feel like family. The Empress or the Queen of Cups could be an external person, a feminine figure who's there for you to nurse you or help you or heal you. It could be a carer, it could be a friend, it could be a therapist, it could be so many things. It could be an activity that you do that just makes you feel so refreshed and soft. You could be caring for other people, or there could be a pregnancy here too, that you're just like trying to take care of yourself. There's lots of different things you can see in these cards here. But in the challenge, we've got the 9 and 10 of Wands and strength. So you're carrying a bit more than you need to. That's what I mean. Like it's like there's something in your life seems very worth focusing on, absolutely worth your attention, and it feels beautiful. Whether it's your children, whether it's your a goal, a personal goal with yourself, something you're trying to achieve, whatever it is, it's like there's something really, really beautiful and worth your attention. But there's a lot of other things that are not worth your attention. And worth putting down and just dismissing or leaving alone, or just not right now, perhaps. Other people's stuff, or just stuff from the past, maybe. Just holding on to a bit more stress than needed. But that being said, I'm looking at the past cards of the Five of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and you're sort of walking away from something that's a bit painful and a bit emotionally heavy. So, still carrying that. Go easy on yourself as you move through this week. Again, reminder of those retrogrades. Do go easy on yourself. the past will pop up, the wounds of the past and things that hurt and things that, or maybe even people from the past. You know, we hear a lot about what the retrograde can bring, but don't fear it or anything. Use it as an opportunity to be aware and give space to yourself, to other people, to have that little bit more patience. Yeah. And to not carry so much with the Ten of Wands, to lighten the load a little bit if you can, and not carry it all by yourself as well. Lean on friends, lean on, there may be a particular woman in your life you can lean on here, I can see, or a family member or somebody you respect, or there's something here for support. I do feel that. But you might not be so great at asking for that support or reaching out for it, kind of shouldering it all by yourself quite a lot. Have the courage to let go. The guidance with what will help, exactly, go easy on yourself, temperance, find balance in your life. Don't be over-invested in areas especially that are so depleting. Try and find a nice balance. Could take that advice myself right now. I think I need to balance out a bit of rest soon. Seven of Pentacles, Six of Cups, so healing relationships with families, perhaps, with spending time with children, maybe even a bit of gardening, quite literally with the card here, spending time with your pets, if we're going to stay literal with those cards, with the images, sorry. But also this is investment with your health, you know, spending time on that project, that thing that really matters to you, but going at it softly and gently, not, you know, just, yeah, I really think balance out your energy, balance out what you're doing this week. Just take it nice and slow. I feel there's no major rushing energy. I did see, like, I did see the Knight of Swords there, but I don't want to acknowledge it. Does that make sense for you? Is there someone who's a bit like forceful or, you know, arrogant or selfish or anything that you just maybe don't want to pay attention to that person? Just focus on the right things. That's kind of how it feels. In the further guidance, Ten of Swords, Judgment, you're realizing something needs to come to an end, or something has ended. I kind of feel like it has ended, and you're coming to realize that maybe it is for the best. Maybe there is a new beginning for you, or maybe you're realizing what it is what it's going to take to get you on that path of success. You're starting to realize, oh, okay, maybe there is something there for me. That's what you're seeing this week. You're seeing that there's like, you're starting to get ideas about what the future might hold. The Ace of Wands is definitely making sense now. You might be getting visions, just these sparks of intuition about what is on the journey ahead for you. And it is a beautiful, successful road ahead. It really is. Once you've finished with this cycle and truly left it behind, I can't wait to get to the Oracle cards. They are super positive for you this week. It's the tarot that's a bit of a struggle, and only in the past and energy and like what you're moving through. But truly, it doesn't feel as bad as it seems. That's probably not the right wording. It'll get better. That's for sure. It's getting better. That's true too. You'll see. You'll see. That's the truest. You will see. All right. So Judgment. You're definitely seeing what's important, what needs to be done, and I think you're getting an idea that, like an idea that you realize is going to bring you a great deal of success if only you invest in it. And I think you're also realizing that you can learn from some of your patterns in the past, like to overcome challenges in a different way, rather than I think it might also, you know, you're starting to realize what would be a more successful way of responding, or what would be you realize what it's going to take to get success in a situation, because the old way of doing it maybe not be working for you. And you're realizing how to perhaps control your temper or control your shadow side. And I think you're really learning how to find that balance and move through life in a way that actually serves you and helps you, and maybe helps the people around you as well. Like, you're really sort of rising into your own power and into yourself a bit here, in beautiful, subtle ways, I think too, which is the most important to me. Outcome, we have the Devil and the Four of Cups with the Ten of Cups and the Sun. See the difference here? See there's a split that's going on. you reflect on this energy of the past. So maybe you've been trapped in ways of relating, ways of behaving, or ways of thinking that haven't served. And you may feel like you've been trapped to situations that are out of your control, but that's not true too. And I think you're starting to realize maybe you've haven't given yourself enough credit in some areas, or maybe you haven't believed in your strength or your personal power, or I think there's just there's muscles that you're building. I think there's muscles that you're building in how you conduct yourself, and how you get the results you desire, and how you move through the world. I do feel that. But anyway, I don't know where I went there. Yeah, see the outcome is that you start to move away from being a victim to things that are just not worth your energy or not healthy for you, and you choose to be happy. This ace of cup in the 4, these are all empty, and she's not so happy about it. She doesn't even recognize all the magic and rainbows coming out of this cup. And see the next card, it's this beautiful family and all of this happiness. So the outcome is to say, just like this, like once you realize what's no longer serving you and what doesn't work, it does look like you choose to receive, you choose to fill your own cups, you choose to reconcile that energy there, and grow, and totally grow. Own your power. I'm getting here with this card right next to it. Fix the external by changing the internal. Own your power. It's all inside of you and your choices and the words you speak. I think the words you speak feel important at the moment, and the way you speak them, to soften that or something. Yes, all right, so we have in the Oracle cards the Gateway, and I thought we'll put these together. You miss the beauty when you're stressed. Be gentle with yourself. Be messy sometimes and let it all go. And then the Gateway card is kind of similar in that it asks you to see the beauty in life, see those miracles, because that is the gateway to welcoming even more of that in receptivity. With the little, God, Jackson chooses well, doesn't he? I always think that as we go through the reading, and just the little confirmations of that really is the right crystal. But yeah, you are at the gateway. This is really cool too. I like that the next card from Gateway was success, gateway to success, literally. And see how the images it's like the same landscape. So I think there's a lot more talent, ability, opportunity, blessings, and opportunity around you than you realize, and within you than you realize, especially within you, and starting to acknowledge that and encompass that and embody some of those strengths, and acknowledging that gratitude and just harnessing your own inner power, all of that stuff, all of it. It's just guaranteed success. Absolutely. There is success on the horizon. I wonder, I want to have a little look at the book, what success has to say, if there's anything with success. There it is. All things possible. Being in a state of gratitude for all the small success in your life will give birth to the larger ones. Your satisfaction will come in many forms. Cards both mean the same thing. And like this, you miss the beauty when you're stressed. So just be gentle with yourself. It's okay to be messy. Let it all go. It's okay to go through a challenge. It's okay to have a setback. All of that's okay. You're learning from it all. Anyway, we'll leave that. Let's move on. You've got luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius with another new moon just here. A new start is coming. So 2 fresh new beginnings, new moons. We've got the Death to 10 of Swords. We've got the 10 of Cups in your outcome, which is, a new beginning in itself with the Sun. So a new beginning that heralds positivity and growth. Luck is on your side. A message of travel as well for some. We've got harmony. And harmony, I did mark the book for this one because I thought it was quite nice. Due to continual friction, finding middle ground where you can feel in sync may be challenging. There are several ways to discover where you belong and where you can be yourself. you may find your approach to disharmony as a bit off. Fight the urge to address things with that same level. Matching discord with discord will not bring about the desired solution. Instead, utilize your compassionate heart and help cultivate feelings of harmony. Make time for the people you feel close to and strengthen your bonds with those around you. See that Six of Cups in what will help truly to honor and nurture those beautiful connections with your children or with your family or with your community or friends, those people that you love. Healing with the Temperance there. Be open to healing and harmony with the people around you. What else have we got here? I'm just seeing here, at the same time, become a good listener. I know I've jumped, but it seems important to do that anyway. Engage with whoever is speaking with you. Look them in the eye and pay attention in a manner that lets them know you're interested in what they're saying. Allow them to talk without jumping in and interrupting. You might also consider getting outside and taking a break in nature to gain harmony. Invite someone you enjoy spending time with to join you. Personally, I like to go by myself, but anyway, or maybe you like to take a pet. Direct your conversations to the blessings in your life and how you appreciate them. A childlike nature spirit peers at a pair of robins. Oh, that's the description of the card, never mind. So sweet. Yeah, to soften. The whole message, the whole reading has been to soften. And then we have curiosity as well. I'm curious, sorry. I've also got another cool deck. I'll show you in a sec. It's new to the channel. But yeah, I am curious. Staying open to, shift your view on things. Maybe the way you're viewing the situation. Maybe you need a bit more information, and stay curious to change your view on something, to have an open mind. Would be very helpful too. So we've got the Tea Leaf Oracle. I'm sure you've seen it on other channels before. I'm super excited because it only arrived yesterday. So we'll get a couple of messages, take them or leave them, right? Cup, you should accept valid criticism. Camel, persevere and you will overcome a problem. Sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures and a fresh start. Crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. We do have the Empress, definitely fertile energy for new things for sure. Quill, get back to basics, definitely. Seahorse, family matters. That's come up a bit here in this reading. Peacock, beware of great pride. And Rooster, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. Maybe be careful of that too. All right, so group one. Oh, no, not quite. Sorry. Goodness. Don't lose yourself trying to hold on to someone. One of your higher self oracle messages. A new chapters require a new version of you. And the self-loving prompts for this week is shadow work. Uncover every part of you that has been repressed or abandoned. So digging deep into some of those darker parts of your nature and inquiring. Wake up early in the morning to chase your dreams, but also if you do already wake up early, it could also be a message about what is it you do in the morning to set your tone for the day. How do you start your day? What do you do early in the morning? Avoid gossip, get rid of negative energy and don't let it steal your light, and own your power. Fix the external by changing the internal. We already saw that though. But that is your reading, group one. I hope it has resonated with you. And giving you some sort of comfort, clarity and guidance in this situation. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group one. Hey, group two. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this Lapidolite heart, then this one is for you. It's such a beauty stone, this one. The message for Lapidolite is to reduce stress and depression. Helps moving through transition, coming into the awareness of areas of life that need balancing, and moving out of that depression and emotional stress. It's interesting. So before I jump into your reading, I'll let you all know that here in Australia we approach the school holidays again. Yay! So private readings will be a lot less. There's still some spots available for, where are we, September? Oof. In the booking page, you can check that out. But yeah, just a little bit A little bit tighter this month for readings that are private, which is all good. We'll be back to normal after the holidays. And also, I'm going to be changing the day I upload the main video anyway. Sometimes there's extra ones that drop whenever, but the main weekly, I'm thinking of bringing that back to the Monday. So some of you will get that on a Sunday night now, which is, well, not yet. In like a week or two, I'll be doing that. And then keeping it on the Monday moving forward as my life changes over this side of the things. And so, yeah, just letting you know that the regular one, which is probably better anyway to have the, week ahead sort of reading, because that's usually what we look at here is like the week ahead and what you're moving through. To put that at the start of the week wouldn't be a bad idea. Anyway, we'll cross that when it comes. So let's jump into your reading group 2. Got lots of interesting energy in the past, recent past, with all these pages. Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and Page of Swords. So these could be varying energies around you, like lots of different people, lots of different messages, talking to different people, getting different ideas, trying lots of different things. It could also be that you're considering multiple different opportunities right now. This could be looking at a new modality to study, or going back to expand on your studies, or starting a new job, starting a new project, starting multiple new projects for some of you. This is really journey time. You might be organizing a trip away. You might be organizing workshops, or joining workshops, or looking at, it's time to learn. It's time to have an adventure. That's what this looks like to me. And so there are some challenges here which we'll get through, but for the most part, it looks like you're setting your sights on new opportunities and releasing what doesn't serve you, so that you can have these new opportunities really prosper in your life. Some things you might have already started in the very recent past here, or you could also be getting your energy back as well, like feeling yourself again, or starting to make some plans and like feel that motivation or feel that inspiration flowing. Is there anything else there? Page of Cups as well. What the heck? All these pages, so many messages. You might be receiving a lot of messages or communication from people. Lots to talk, lots of 10 of Pentacles, Magician. Wow, you're really doing something. You're creating a whole new thing with lots of different opportunities and people. I'd love to hear about it, group 2. What is going on? Like, I don't think I've ever seen that many pages, like just all the pages basically when I did the split. And the Knight of Pentacles, which is, you carefully planning and focusing. You've got diligence here. You're really focusing on something. Something's perhaps sparked your curiosity, and you're really ready to learn everything you can about a new topic, or you're really expanding on your skills. You're just focusing on your skill development. You're in it. You're in life, right? That's what this is showing me. And the week ahead is kind of brilliant. Like I said, challenges exist in everyone's journey right now. Plus, I'll mention at the time of this recording, we've got like a ridiculous retrograde party going up in the sky, and Mercury's just arrived. So go easy on yourself. But it looks like nothing's holding you back this week, though, group 2. You've got so many brilliant cards on the week ahead. Ace of Pentacles to start with. You're really grounding some idea. You've planted a seed, maybe quite literally. But you're seeing new growth, and you're ready to really nurture that growth. 8 of Wands, you're moving ahead, you're full steam ahead. This is happening. when I saw this, I'm seeing like brain neurons firing up. So you might be really intrigued in learning a new skill, or really like stimulating that brain of yours. Think and talk and move, and all of it's here. This could also be flight and travel. There's lots of that sort of adventure energy in this reading as well. We've got the Death next, so yeah, big changes. You might be also starting something that you haven't done in a long time. You might be picking that back up to complete it, following through with things that you've begun in the past, projects and things. yeah, there's a big change and transformation coming in your week ahead, and it's all new growth. It's all quite positive. The Chariot is next. Like, you needed any more movement ahead energy. Overcoming challenges because you've changed or you've grown, or something's come from you that wasn't there before, or if it was dormant. You know what I mean? Like, something's come to life, and you're using that to push you forward. You've got more confidence or strength. Something's changed. Something's grown, something's propelling you. It's wonderful. Six of Swords is here as well, and Judgment. You may be later in the week sort of feeling that the way is easing forward for you, and really seeing this come together. You're really seeing that it's worth releasing your fears. It's worth releasing the baggage, the stress. With the Death, the Chariot, and the Six of Swords as well, like, not all of you are going to see this as, oh wow, everything's just propelling me forward, and I'm like, the birds are singing to me and everything's wonderful. This is still moving through your own other personal issues. It looks like you're focusing on a new beginning because you might be leaving something else behind that was very painful, and so those feelings might linger too. And you're navigating that quite well with the Chariot, Death, all of it here. You're really looking after yourself, really taking care of yourself. Ace of Pentacles. This also could be an opportunity with money or a new job that you're starting, but also to do with health and looking after your physical body with, nourishing seeds, food, But Six of Swords, though, you can talk about, let's see, Seven of Pentacles. I'm like, I know it's here. Like, I know there's some stuff here, but I'm looking for it, and it's just not. Wow, it's just not coming up in your week ahead. It's like it's only coming up to be released. Put it that way. What did I don't even know what I saw. It wasn't bad. It was just to say, yeah, anything that's coming up is coming up to be released. There may be a lot of that, and you're starting to realize what needs to go and where you're headed. So in the challenge we've got, what was that one first? The Four of Swords and the Ten of Wands, first of all. So healing. You may be taking a little bit too much on at the moment. There's a lot going on, a lot of new starts or a lot of opportunities, a lot of action in different places for you this week or in the recent past. So you might be needing to just take a little break and pull back from it all and get a bit of rest. And for some of you, with this further situation that's come out here, we've got Justice, the Emperor. Ten of Swords and Eight of Cups sort of felt extra, so, we'll put it there. You may be healing from a very toxic situation that you've had to get protection from with Justice here. I can see that through this reading. You may have had to have legal help with the situation to end something or to get yourself out of something so that you can heal. Or you may be still moving through that process. It might be a challenge to get things moving in regards to this legal situation, if that's what it is for you. It could be in relation to a father or a masculine energy with the Emperor here. This is Aries energy. We've got Libra here as well. So Justice energy. Oh, that is Justice. Yeah, I think you're really processing some of the heaviest stuff from your past situation that you may have just come out of or still finding your way out of. And it's wonderful to see all these new beginnings for you, that you really are focusing on moving forward and you just want to get away from this perhaps. But it is in the challenge still because you're moving through it and you're still releasing it with the Ten of Swords and the Eight of Cups. You're still letting that go. You still do need a little bit of rest and time and rest and space to move through this and really have that new beginning and nurture yourself. Lots of meditation and contemplation. You might not be getting enough time and space for that. You need it. What will help with the challenge? To hold your vision. Where are we? To hold your vision, to stay grounded, to stay focused, to defend yourself where needed. Seven of Wands is a card of sort of liberating yourself out of a really challenging situation and being there for yourself, backing yourself, not accepting any crap, that sort of thing. But, turning away from that energy to really focus on what's important to you. You're really showing up here with the Eight of Cups and Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Cups was in the challenge. What you're emotionally releasing is the challenge, but what is going to help you is to stay focused on what you're working on and what you're developing in your workplace, in your skill development, in your talents. It's really showing up here, and it shows the cycles of the moon as well. So it's moving with your own cycles of growth and giving yourself time and patience, holding the vision, staying connected to the vision of what you're creating, not losing sight of that. Further guidance here with the Ace of Wands on one side, Strength on the other. We've got the Tower and the Moon in the middle. So that's what I mean. Like we started this reading, like, wow, everything's full steam ahead. You're doing amazing. But there is still some things you're processing, you're releasing here. There's a bit of fear of the unknown when it comes to leaving something behind, I think. And there's something that's, blown up for you. It's not worked. And so you're still releasing that, and perhaps the emotional charge surrounding that. It's going to take a lot of your strength to trust your intuition and trust your own vision on this situation, rather than letting your emotions really lead, which I think you've pulled back from doing anyway. Like, all of your energy is very grounded and focused and following your passions and staying open-minded, staying curious and gathering information needed. Like, you're really logical and careful at the moment, I think, which is really serving you as well. As you move through some of this more emotional and tumultuous energy with the Tower here, but see the butterflies all over this Tower. It does speak to the growth that's available to you in this situation. You might be really learning something about the subconscious mind. You might be learning something about the deeper workings of the human body or the human mind. I'm getting a lot about the brain for some reason. I'd love to know if someone out there is studying something to do with neurology, or something to do with the health or the body or the structure, or removing things that are removing blockages. Like, there's so much here. Maybe going for a session that helps you remove some of those deep blockages might be what helps here too in the further guidance. So follow your intuition and what guides you with what you need. And the outcome energy is interesting. We've got the Four of Cups with the Four of Pentacles with the Devil in the middle. So there's something for some of you, I do feel there's something from the past, maybe returning or has returned or still is there, that needs to go. And if it is returning from the past, I see the outcome that you are turning your back on that situation. You're blocking that from your world. It could be a person, it could be a temptation, it could be something that you fixate on, but you're deciding to let that go and just open yourself up to a new opportunity to release and work through your fears, to save your energy, to shut down a little bit and conserve your resources, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual as well. Might be a little bit of psychic protection here, as you might be definitely feeling a bit of that, bit of protection energy, taking care of yourself, not letting this come back in, whatever it is that's made you feel like a victim, or that you might feel very trapped to something in the past. But it's showing up here in the outcome to say that it may be still there, but the outcome is that it's there and you beat it, or it's there and you overcome it. It's there and you choose differently. It's there and you heal from it. That sort of thing. There's hope as you move away from this situation. So our Oracle cards, we have Focus. Should I just have a squiz in the book? Focus, is there something worth reading there? What you focus on is what you pull to you. So put your attention on that which is worthwhile. Concentrate on one desire. Direct your intent to one thing, rather than being scattered in too many directions. When your thoughts and actions are unfocused, it dilutes and diminishes your forward movement. It is much easier to gain results when you are concentrated on one path, gather your inner resources, and with intensity and passion go forward and upward, and you will see the results. This is a card of spiritual transcendence and traveling to higher realms. God, why can't I read today? So stay focused as you elevate your higher consciousness. You are close to the heavenly realms. You've also got this card of protection as well. which I do feel like it speaks for itself. Like, you are protected. As long as you're staying focused on what matters, you will have that natural protection from things that come to distract or derail you. I think it's up to you to really stay focused and trust in that as well. We've got emotions are running high. You might be a little scatterbrained. Like, I did not have this for group 1, I swear. Like, I'm just a bit dyslexic with my reading and, like, I don't know. Woo. Slow it down. We've got work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. Definitely a lot of releasing here. I release what does not serve me as well. So you may be moving through some things that are challenging, but there's other things that are worth your focus that will help you pull through that. There's something I think you've got things that will help you pull through. That may not be as exciting, or for some of you it is. Did I mark the book for choices? I think I did. I don't know. Choices, number 46. It's a sweet one. Your life is full of choices. You may have come to a moment where you're wondering what you would like to do next. You may be at a place of completion and ready to start something new, but you aren't so sure what that will be. You have a choice to make. Do you want to continue how things are, or to make a change? It's just about choices. Listen to your own intuition. There's a multitude of things. We can see that with all these pages and everything that's going on in the past energy here. There's a path to go and explore. And yeah, it's right now is the time to make healthy choices. And I think you know what choices you need to make. I really do. Careful choices, choice to focus. Release the old, trust that with that focus, new will come in and it will be wonderful new things. I've got also a new deck to the channel, the Tea Leaf Oracle, super exciting to use. Got a couple of those for you. So we have from the Higher Self Oracle, be careful who and what you surround yourself with. And I often get this message of smoke here, so maybe also substances, if that's something around you don't want around you. And the end of a tough cycle is finally approaching. Absolutely, I can see that. It was a necessary ending so that you can pursue the life that you're destined to lead. Leave the past behind. Don't spend too much time in despair. Move through the emotions and release it, which is perfect for, you're working through fears, emotions are running high. I release what doesn't serve me. Give yourself the time and space to move through that and continue making healthy choices that align you. Because it is truly, it's a necessary ending so that you can pursue the life you're destined to lead. Leave the past behind. Make that conscious choice to leave it behind so that you can go and lead that life that is bring it down. You are to bring it down once you've made that choice. No to the past, create the space, bring it in. Clear your energy, more talk of exactly that. And with these two came together, use essential oils and third eye. So I get that as using essential oils perhaps on the third eye, or using them as like a shield of protection, or using them intuitively. And listening to your intuition. So the Tea Leaf Oracle, we have haystack, karma. You will reap what you have sown, which is a wonderful message to say, especially with the effort you put in right now, like you will reap the rewards from that. We have a broken bridge, an unsuccessful outcome to a problem. Axe, forces working against you. You may feel like there's a particular person or force working against you. Wreath, the sorrow over a loss. Spear, heartache over what you no longer have. Clouds, temporary problems. I'm sorry, they're a little bit heavy at the start. Bear with me. Bull, do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Especially see this, Four of Pentacles, very strong. I love her body language. Her eyes closed quite softly and just everything. I like it. Dog barking, advice from a friend. Might be good to listen to a friend at the moment. Broom, new home, new attitude. Might be clearing some old away, yes. Wind chimes, peace and harmony. See how it changes? And this is how I pulled them too, like a really heavy old problem, but it gets better. And then ladder, climbing towards success, right? And then caterpillar, things will not always be this way. A change is coming. So I know they were heavy to start and there's heaviness in this reading, but with focus, you will be protected from all of that jargon or whatever it might be. And come into this beautiful place of personal power. Look at that. What's underneath? Oh, we'll leave all that. It does look like a relationship that's ended or something that's ended. But you're in your power here. That's the underlying energy of this reading. Is stepping into leadership, holding a vision, healing other people, stepping into roles of being a healer or a provider, a carer, a teacher, a leader. It's all there. And it's all what you're moving into. I can see there's something for a lot of you, it's like some modality or course or study or something has really captured your mind. Some project has captured your curiosity. And something beautiful is going to grow from that, I feel. So group 2, that's your reading. I hope you've enjoyed that beautiful reading and that it's given you some sort of comfort, clarity or guidance. I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye group 2. Hey group 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this beautiful agate heart with the druzy in the center, and this one is for you. And I love this particular heart because it just does tell so many stories etched into the surfaces. Of course, the druzy as well, which is formed by those, by the water that's full of minerals on the surface, and after that's evaporated over a very long period of time, it can form some crystals. And even in here, there's like, I'd love to know what they are. They're almost like little worms, but they're not. Yeah, there's just so much to it. So there's this beautiful heart. The agate being a stone of inner harmony and relaxation, balance, emotional healing, self-love and worth. But with the druzy, I feel like there's that added message of allowing things to percolate in the background, or allowing time, because it's these crystals are formed over such a long time. So let's jump into your reading, group 3. I hope I didn't say group 2 at the start. With the past energy of the 9 of Swords, the 7 of Wands and the Moon. So the past energy is a little bit choppy, perhaps. It's been a little bit of a challenge for you, a bit of stress. You might be really wanting to move forward faster than you can right now, and you're finding there's a lot of setbacks or challenges, or there's something you want to proceed with that you're maybe not able to at the moment. And with the 9 of Swords, you can see she's got all these bats surrounding her, and the fairies are trying to get in, but the window is locked. So you may be just really kept up at night in negative thinking, or at day, any time of day really, kept in some, or in the past, kept in some really heavy negative thinking cycles, and just feeling trapped, like you can't find the way out. And there's just like it to me, this one is, it's almost like that voice of reason has not been there, or it's not been loud in this incident, in this time. So you might have been feeling, yeah, like it's just all bad. But that's not the case, and we'll see as the cards progress. There's a wonderful reading as we go through. You may have had to defend yourself, or you may have people sort of against you in the recent past here, and it's caused a bit of challenge for you as well. You may have had an argument with a particular person, or just feel like you need to liberate yourself out of a situation that's painful, but you're finding it really challenging to do that. You're not so certain how things are going to move forward. There's just a great deal of uncertainty. The underlying energy for this reading is the 3 of Swords. I sort of see the 5 of Cups poking out in the background there as well, so a bit of sadness here. But is there anything, 3 of Swords, anything else in the past energy? Okay, so we've got the 6 of Wands now on the bottom of the deck. We've seen the 10 of Pentacles fall out reverse with the 9 of Cups. So you might have been trying to achieve something, a big dream, and it hasn't been, you feel like it's not working out, or there's been some sort of setback. And it's like you're maybe exhausting yourself with trying to come at it from all different angles, or get the right paperwork signed off, or just jump in the loopholes, or whatever it is you got to do. I feel like you've been really pushing to make something happen, and it's not happening as fast or in the way you would like, or it's unfolding a little different to plan. The Six of Wands on the bottom of the deck is quite promising. The Three of Swords is still there behind it. Seven of Swords is strategizing. We'll see. You might have left something behind that doesn't work, that you've really invested a lot of energy to, and that's probably may also be what's stressful, that something hasn't worked and it's had to finish, and as well. And so, yeah, just really trying to figure out what to do. And I think some of this, it feels like so much pent up mental energy that it's not actually opening the space to invite something in. You're needing to let go and trust in that instant, I think. So in the current energy and moving ahead, you have got Death and the Four of Wands, which is really, really promising to say that there are some changes happening in your current energy at this time, probably coming off that full moon too that we just had in Pisces. I don't know if I mentioned at the start of this reading, I was meant to do a little announcement about readings. Yeah, I will. I'll just pause your reading for a second. So as we approach the school holidays here in Australia, my private readings for September will be a lot less. There's still some booking spots available. Take a look, check it out, but not as much available. And also the weekly reading is going to be changing in the coming weeks from the normal Wednesday that you receive it, or whatever day you receive it, wherever you are, back to likely a Monday. So which is pretty good for the week ahead sort of reading that we do here anyway. To look at the week ahead from the start of the week would probably be good. But yeah, in the coming weeks you can expect that day, the regular day of Wednesday that I've been posting, to change, to come forward a couple of days. So we'll be starting earlier in the week. I haven't totally decided yet, but I think Monday will be the day for that. So anyway, sorry, back to your reading. Don't know why it just jumped in there, but anyway, off the full moon, right, that's where I was up to. It's coming off that full moon, you might feel a bit of transformation, a bit of release of that energy, and sort of trying to come into a place of trust and having faith in your dreams. And with the Four of Wands as well, you might be stepping into your community a little bit, or getting some help with this transformation from your community, or people that like soul family to you. You could also be doing some renovations in the home that could be very stressful for some people. You may be selling your home, quite literally. We've got the for sale sign here, and Four of Wands being very much about home space. But also occasions. There could be an event that's coming up that's very stressful for you to organise, or that perhaps it's been cancelled or postponed, and that's very stressful. So plans are changing, but you just got to go with the flow and not let it get you down. The Eight of Swords is next. So as you progress into the week ahead, we also then have, we'll get them all. We'll talk about it. Group 3. Eight of Swords, the Devil, Magician, and the Page of Pentacles. Really good. Was that? Yeah, Page of Pentacles. Because it's, never mind. Right, how am I doing this? So, I actually noticed this in one or two of the other readings, where the week ahead has a bump in it. And that's fine. We are in a retrograde party right now, and Mercury has just shown up. So you can expect some bumps in the road. You can expect all sorts of different things. I mean, don't let it stop you living your life, but we get a lot of warnings about the Mercury retrograde of, ruminating on the past, people returning from the past, old lessons coming up for review, issues and delays and all of those sorts of things. So do surrender to that. And seeing that moon, it's really wanting me to talk about the astrological influences of this week. And everyone will be affected differently, so it's hard to go into, but I do feel that you can give a little bit more allowance for those influencing aspects, and make room for yourself to overcome the challenges, or the time and space you need to overcome the challenges as they arise. But you have got changes as you move into the week ahead. You're ready to sort of you're ready to step deeper into a bit of your own spiritual path, or trust your spiritual path, but it doesn't come without anxiety and fear. With the Eight of Swords could be very well linked to the devil. You may be trying to cut out some behaviors that maybe keep you bogged down on the couch. It could very well be late night eating sugars or something like that is not very good for you, that's come up for review. You want to not stop doing that. Or maybe it's a relationship from that has some challenges in it, that you're starting to realize that you can respond or deal with this a little differently, or you don't have to engage at all. Maybe it's within your personal power with the Magician to just move away from that energy and release it. Or respond in a way that's within your power, utilizing your resources and tools that you have at your belt. There is this feeling of being trapped to something, and there's a temptation in the week ahead, but you overcome it with the Magician. I'm so happy to see the Magician come after the devil, because it kind of confirms the other reading. I can't remember if it was 1 or 2, but there was definitely a similar bump in the road, which was interesting, because it's like that, the same with that reading, just trying to move ahead, trying to focus, trying to get things in line, trying to rebalance, but things are always up for review. And I think that's how we truly learn truly know if we've learned a lesson or not, is like that magnetic pull of temptation, whether it doesn't even exist at all, like there's just no temptation for that whatsoever. I just know, that's not for me anymore. Or is it harder to say no? It's always up for review. So yeah, something coming in the week ahead with that devil energy, but the Magician is there, and the Page of Pentacles is there as well, to say that you are grounding yourself, you're embracing a new opportunity, you're choosing growth, you're choosing to focus. You might be getting out in nature, balancing out your time in nature with study, quite literally in the image here, getting help from the unseen hands. I think this is actually, that's right, when I pulled this card, for a lot of you, I feel like this is some blessing, a gift, or an opportunity coming in at the end of your week. It could be as a result of how you handle this devil situation as it approaches, the 8 of Swords. You decide to leave this situation of feeling powerless, step into your power, and what that does is actually manifest a good opportunity for you. So this week there's a test, and you pass it, and you are rewarded, is what I do feel with that. In the challenge, of course this is the challenge, waiting, patience, right? 3 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. The challenge is to trust that the path ahead is, you're on the right path, or that things are unfolding how that they're supposed to, even though you may not see the results, or things may be going incredibly slow for you. That's what the challenge is, to trust. We've got a lot of other oracle cards that confirm that as well. We've also got some Tea Leaf Oracle, which is new on the channel. You might have seen it on other channels, but it's new here, so excited to use that. I've got a couple of those for you too at the end. So you might be waiting on information, or waiting on a letter, waiting on development, waiting on expansion, waiting on the results, waiting to see if your investment is paying off. You may be feeling a bit stressed about whether your investment is going to pay off. Yeah, you may not feel like you're in this really strong leadership energy right now, like you can chart your own course, or you can just go for it, or you can hold your vision. You might not feel that way so much this week, because maybe the physical manifestation isn't here yet, or you're just not seeing that tangible result. But there is a need to trust, because like truly the Magician and the Page of Pentacles in the end of your week shows that something pays off, something shows up, something gives. Further guidance with the challenge, we've got the 9 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. So to persevere, I'm getting with that, to keep trying to stay balanced in your approach, but to not give up as well, to push on through, to remember why you started a particular project perhaps, remember your passion behind it, your motivation, remember your why. A bit of self-reflection, a bit of self-care, self-reflection for sure, realizing where there's an equal and non-equal give and take in relationships, and perhaps pulling back, just a bit of reflection on your give and take, and what you're giving your energy to, not only relationships, but just the things that you spend your focus on in your day, in your life. There may be a need to apologize, or have a heart-to-heart conversation with somebody. There's also offering help to somebody. You might offering someone you might prefer to say no to as well, maybe. That might be a beneficial thing. Take it as it resonates with that one. Okay, further guidance, we have the Sun, the Queen of Cups, and the Emperor. So, yeah, further guidance. Just to stay optimistic, right? There's a lot of family and gatherings energy in this reading too. There could be events coming up for you that are, you know, that you can't avoid, even if you want to. Definitely see that. There's lots of like joining community or something coming up within your community that you're a part of. And it does look like that will be a successful event or thing. I'd really think so. You might have some anxiety about how it's going to go, but it does look like it'll go well. This is also, that's not for everyone, of course. This is also to say there could be some healing in a relationship. The Queen of Cups, you know, the Emperor, the Sun. There could be a bit of honesty or a bit of sharing. Working through some heavier stuff, some grief, just sort of opening up a little bit about emotion. You see she's being supported by her partner here. And there's the light is being shown on the situation. There's compassion, there's love, and then there's guided action or a careful plan or something like this with the Emperor, where you're sort of making strides forwards, maybe with your business. I feel like there's just growth in the area of emotion and relationships, but also there's a growth in the area of business. And not everything is perfect and how you want it to be, but I think you need to trust that there's more under the surface than you realize. That's what this reading stinks of. And again, I'm going to mention, because we are close to the date, that the 31st of October is circled on the calendar here. So that might be an important date for you. And every time I've said that so far on the channel, a lot of comments have come through to say that that wasn't a significant date for people. So 31st coming up, which is Halloween, I believe, isn't it? Yeah, Halloween. You don't have a Halloween party coming up? That's cool. All right. In the outcome energy, we've got the Two of Pentacles. I love this because look at this. But from all this, like, look at her overworking at the desk and screwing up her paper and thinking again and trying hard, really burning that mental, really burning out the mental area there. Bit of challenge. So the Seven of Wands, and Seven of Wands. We got the Seven of Swords in your energy here, and like moving into. So there's a bit of stress, but the outcome is the opposite. I would say this person is getting it done within balance. The dishes are washed at the back here. She's cooking some new recipe. This is someone who can juggle multiple things with ease, and that's what you're moving into. Things just working for you a little bit more harmoniously, a little bit more balanced. Next was the King of Pentacles, so maybe getting the home duties done, getting the work stuff done, you're showing up, you're getting things done. There's a lot of productivity, and there's some sort of goal that you're achieving. The outcome is that there's some sort of goal, there's some blessing, there's a gift, there's something here for you in the physical that's coming into your world this week. It could be very small, but so helpful. It could be massive, it could be anything. We've also got the Ace of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Knight of Pentacles, which is really nice. This is all like getting to it, getting the job done, but with a smile. Like no, like you're out of the stressful energy and more into the just dutiful application energy, if you know what I mean. Just showing up, feeling a bit more passionate about it, feeling like you're seeing a bit more results, perhaps. Like things are progressing. The Wheel of Fortune talks about perhaps, I do feel a lot of you, there's some good news or some fortuitous blessing in your week here where you see a development or a result or something, right? It's a really beautiful outcome energy for you. So in the oracles, we do have stand still and trust. So exactly that, you're needing to trust in this moment of stillness. If that's the case, you may feel like things are a bit bogged down. Let's have a look at stillness. Stand still, I mean to say. If it feels as some areas of your life have been slowed down or even come to a standstill, you are right. something is not progressing. Even if it seems that things are flowing, look beneath the surface and perhaps something is immovable. The first step to becoming unstuck is to acknowledge where you are. The soul loves the truth. In life, you can either say there are no weeds, or you can notice the weeds and begin pulling them out. Notice what isn't working for you in life and then take the slow, steady steps to unblock the barriers in nature. When one is being stuck in the mud, the worst thing to do is struggle. The best thing to do is slowly and carefully, one step at a time, extricate yourself. And that's what you do. It is what you do this week. And there's a temptation to slip. There's something that tries to, pull you off your course or something maybe, but you overcome it because you're the magician. And trust was that other card, which was beautiful because then it came next to this one, have faith in your dreams. See the moon imagery? I just liked that. It's a beautiful alignment there. Have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent. We've got meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. All of this is very just relax, trust, have faith, right? Trust my intuition. I couldn't believe all these cards. They're all just trust. It's going to be okay. I trust my intuition. You've got clues here as well, and staying open to the signs that you're receiving from the universe, that things, maybe you are getting signs that everything's okay, but you're doubting them. There's no need to do that. There's no need to do that. Just stay open to the clues and the messages, because your spirit is really talking to you through music, through just endless ways. If everything is a conduit, if you're open to listen, if you're observant enough. And some we'll do those in a sec. Self-loving prompts. Okay, get a massage. You may need a little bit of pampering, especially if things are still right now. Embrace that. Make new friends. You can see in the Four of Wands that there may be an opportunity in the near future for you to get into the community and engage with people that are like-minded to you, or it could be, they could be friends you've had for a long time or new friends, but to connect with friends. Meditate. We've had that a few times in this reading. Quiet the mind, so let your soul speak. Especially, like I said before, that's right, if you're so busy just trying to push forward and get it done, it's not creating that space to invite in inspiration and other. Lessons in life will repeat until they are learned. You're exactly where you need to be. Do not doubt that. And there's nothing outside of you that can fulfill you. Another mention with the Devil card, perhaps. It might be, owning your power on an internal way. And you do that, you work that out, you've got it. So some of these tea leaf oracles, take them or leave them. We've got Rabbit, too much concern with sexual matters. Wishbone, a wish is granted. Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Vase, a secret admirer. Pineapple, reconciliation. Staff, you will be taken care of in difficult times. Carrot, opportunity or windfall. Dark man, dealings or relationship with a man with a dark complexion or hair. Star, guaranteed success. Kite, vacation. Dog, pleasure, dog close up, pleasure with a close friend. And basket, recognition, reward for merit. So some pretty positive little tea leaf oracles. I only just got them yesterday, so I'm still playing with them and how to use them, but I thought I'd just grab a couple, and I think you guys got the most. So, and they're all fairly positive. Is that all I got for you, group 2, 3? Yes, that's all I have for you, group 3, with the beautiful agate druzy heart. I hope you've enjoyed this reading and it's given you some sort of comfort, clarity or guidance, and I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 3. Hey, group 4, and welcome to your reading. If you've chosen the lapis lazuli, then this one is for you. I think it was lapis last week as well, actually, for group 4. So you maybe, if you chose group 4 last week, you may be moving through similar energy. could be the case. But either way, lapis was the stone of, for me, it symbolizes connecting to your higher path and truly devoting to that, hearing the calling and answering it. That's what it means to me. But upon research that I did last week, it was showing that it's a stone for immune support, lowering blood pressure, purifying the blood, soothing inflammation, alleviating insomnia, depression, throat and thyroid problems, benefiting the nervous system and the respiratory system. So all bodies of health, I would say, looking after yourself. Also a stone of speaking the truth, blue, throat chakra. All right, so group 4, this is an awesome reading. I love this one. This is cool. Let's jump into what's going on for you. This is some, I think, bigger picture thinking. You're working on something bigger. In the past, energy for group 4, oh, wait. Before I start, I'll let you all know that over here in Australia, we're approaching the school holidays, so my private readings will be a lot less. There's still some spots for September if you wanted to take a look, but it will be just not so much available for a couple of weeks. And over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be changing the day that I drop the YouTube reading. Sometimes I'll drop like a bonus reading whenever. That happens when it happens. But for the regular weekly that I usually drop on a Wednesday, I'm thinking to bring that back forward to a Monday, which will probably be good anyway, considering we kind of look at the week ahead. It might be good to see the week ahead at the start of the week. But yeah, as my life is changing, my commitments are changing, we'll need to change it from a Wednesday. So in the coming weeks, you may see I start to change the day. And also working with the school holidays too, I may change the day for one of the weeks there. So yeah, just let you all know. To those that love the consistency, that I certainly do as well. I find a lot of comfort in consistency for me. But yep, we'll change it to the Monday and we'll readjust. Okay, group 4, let's get into your reading. The 6 of Swords, the 8 of Pentacles and the Hermit. I love this energy. You've been working diligently on something. You have been so devoted and focused. You perhaps have been working alone here, not really speaking to too many people. You might be very focused on your own commitments. 6 of Swords shows me that the way forward has been eased as well. You're like, maybe have come out of something a little bit chaotic, or things are perhaps really all up in the air and scattered. Who knows what you've come from, but it's a lot smoother now. And you're feeling like in the past energy, you're ready to really continue building something or work on something that's quite big, and it's going to bring a lot of success and promise. There's a lot of greatness in whatever you're working on. I can't wait to talk about that as the reading unfolds. But yeah, it's the 8 of Pentacles. You're very, very diligently focused on, I see 333 at time of recording just then, but yeah, working on yourself, working on your projects. Maybe you're building a business, maybe you're really getting in those hours to try and make some more money or master a certain skill set that you've got, and you're not really comparing to other people right now. You're not distracted by what other people think you should be doing or anything like that. You've been in very focused energy, and the Hermit as well. So maybe taking a bit of time out from the outside world so that you can really focus on this, what you're creating, which is really nice. A 9 of Swords, 4 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 4 of Swords. So let me just, out of curiosity's sake, can we unpack a little bit of the 6 of Swords or the Hermit? Hierophant, put that there, and the 6 of Swords. Anything on the 6? So the Emperor. Pretty strong energy. I'm just trying to, no, never mind. Okay. 10, 8. Yeah, all right. It's not coming forward because it's in the past. I think that's what it is. Something that is to be left behind. Just keep leaving it behind. I don't know why. I felt like I should get more information on it, but apparently not. That's fine. So what did come out though was the Hierophant, which is even more commitment, right? Even more showing up. And what was I talking about consistency before and how much I really thrive off that? You might be the similar person with the Taurus. It's Taurus energy with the Hierophant here, showing up, asking you to really bring forward that wisdom that you have and perhaps share it with other people. You might be, actually there's a lot of cards here to show that you're a teacher, you're a sage, you might be somebody who is yet to step into those roles more fully. Others may have been in these roles for a long time, but you know, it's definitely showing that there's a lot of wisdom in your energy and that you have a lot to share. You have a lot to bring forward. So in the current energy and moving ahead into this week, you've got the 3 of Wands. So you're waiting for expansion. You've been working diligently. You're waiting to see that hard work pay off, I would say. You're waiting for some results to perhaps come in. The King of Wands is here now, the 2 of Wands. So you may find yourself doing group work or leadership work this week, or you might be finding yourself sort of charting your own course. Maybe you're sort of a bit more adventurous, or you're just sort of taking your own, what do I want to say, stride, advise, taking your own something. You're feeding yourself with energy, you're giving yourself permission. I think that's what it is. You're taking the lead here. You're making choices. You're at a bit of a crossroads, and you're really curious about what's next. You're ready to take a turn, take a new path, bit of trailblazing. I can see work with community or leadership. The work with the King of Wands, you might be already in those roles, like I said before, and those roles might be changing for you, or you might be making plans within those roles to expand. You might be looking at offering a whole new program to people. If that's something you do, you might be looking to expand on what it is that you offer. And with the Page of Swords and the Magician at the end of the week, you're really, something you've learned or focused on, or something you've been gathering information on, or will be this week, is coming to great results for you. Like you may manifest something, a situation, a person, assistance. Your hard work is really paying off here, is what this is saying. You're going to start to see some real big results for some of the stuff you've been doing. Is there anything a bit curious about you this week, group 4? What's going on? None of the other groups got extra cards, so don't tell them. Page of Pentacles, look at you. Knight of Wands. And the Page of Swords. Some of you might be going back to learn a new skill. You might be expanding on your skills. You might be teaching young people. You might be teaching young people new skills. You are definitely passionate about what you're moving towards this week. This could be a new beginning. You could be making a purchase that supports your business, or a purchase like there's some equipment that helps you move into the next chapter, or like something you need to, or you might be looking, like researching the resources you need to achieve your goal. Like there's Ace of Wands underneath that, the World. Okay, there's lots happening this week, like lots of movement forward. You're really seeing, and like I want to actually, screw it, we're going to jump straight to these cards, the oracles that were meant to be for the end, only because they're so brilliant. The Moonology deck. Prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. Your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn, and you're very close to achieving a goal, gibbous moon, which is a full moon. So see how it's like, there's a lot in these cards that talk about hard work under the surface, you know, the new moon, the dark moon, and then poof, everything's like, there it is, it's illuminated, here it is. The magician pulls it in, almost as if by magic. You're pulling something off this week. You're seeing the results. It's happening. All right, let's leave it. I'd love to hear about what that is. I'd love to. It's, yeah, exciting. Coming off that full moon, looks like you've really hit the ball rolling. Is that the expression? Hit the ball rolling, I think. So in the challenge this week, I don't know, it'll be hard to unpack this challenge. Nine of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. For some of you, you might be working alone for so long that you're ready to really step into community and connect with other people, or start something within your community, and you might be feeling still a little isolated in this if you haven't had that opportunity yet. That is changing, I can see, if that's the case for you. For some of you, you might be wanting to purchase a new home, or purchase something for your home or something for your business, and that's not happening yet. Maybe that's the case. It's just, for me, this challenge is just, these are the wishes, your wish fulfillment to have perhaps a very solid business within your community that's very supportive and nourishing to people, or maybe it's to have a successful business that is nourishing to yourself, like, so you're not working just for money. You're doing it because there's love behind it, there's truth behind it, there's soul behind it. It's like to be truly connected to your purpose and your passion, right? Purpose, lapis. And so that being the challenge might mean that you've had to walk away from something that didn't serve, so that you could really step into your truth a bit clearer, a little bit more. Is there anything here to help me out with this challenge? Because the challenge is positive. High Priestess. Use your intuition, lady. Yeah, the Three of Pentacles. It's about expanding into communities and sort of that extra growth that will come in time. Just wait. It's a patience thing, I think, or it's, some of you, it's patience. Anything else? Judgment, Death, Eight of Swords. You're hearing the calling. It's becoming is what it is. What will help with this challenge? The Eight of Cups, maybe it will release the emotional charge around a situation, or high expectations if that's the case. So just continue diligently working by yourself. Nine of Pentacles, finding your independence. You might be leaving a group to go and work for yourself. That might be the challenge as well. You might have really loved the community you've worked for, and now it's time to branch out onto your own, or something like this. Maybe you're leaving home and to go and expand on your dreams. But there's no negatives in this reading, which is interesting. It's just not here. I just noticed that, like, there's literally nothing negative in this reading. And not to say you don't have challenges, not to say, you're still here on Earth. I hope. And we are in a retrograde party right now with Mercury just joined the mix. So there's challenge, but it's just not showing up in your cards this week. Group 4, you're really on track. You're feeling, it looks like you're feeling grateful, and the advice is to really connect in with that gratitude and enjoy your own company, enjoy what you're building, give yourself a bit of space and time for it to become naturally. Don't push it. Don't have such high expectation or force on anything. I don't think you do. Six of Cups, spending time with family and children, balancing your life in that way, not all work and not all push. Make sure you're still getting to express that inner child. Go play and splash in some water, or go do something fun, or connect with family, connect with children. Did say, right, anything else there? Two of Swords, Eight of Wands, Queen of Swords, Judgment. Logical, logical planning for movement forward is all I'm seeing in this reading here. Just like you're on track, and there's nothing that's going to sway you. It doesn't even look like there's a temptation here. I'd love to know what's going on, Group 4. So Four of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Queen of Wands in your further guidance to continue building this foundation underneath yourself. With the Four of Pentacles, to save your money, to have a good strong budget, to save your energy, to rest where needed, to not overgive, or learn where to say no, cut down, slow down. Take your time and rebalance things out a bit with Temperance here as well. More energy of patience and balance and rest, healing. Queen of Wands, stepping into your power. We've got the King of Wands here as well. There's so much here about leadership in this reading. One of your oracle cards is actually called Leadership. We'll get to it in a moment. But have a bit of adventure, have a bit of a play, do balance out all that hard work you're doing with a bit of play, creative expression, fun, go dancing, catch up with friends, all of that stuff. But also realize that the foundation you're building right now is really a really solid and strong platform that you're going to stand on to deliver something, or speak to people, or reach people, or teach people, or heal people. So the hard work truly is going to pay off. It is paying off already. The outcome is awesome as well. The Knight of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands to the Six of Wands is to really literally, like, if you had put these here and you had to make a sentence, it would be your hard work is paying off. This is the Knight of Pentacles. He's ready for a new beginning. He's diligent, he's careful, he's reliable, he's consistent. The Ten of Wands, yeah, it's hard work, it's heavy lifting, but the Six of Wands, this is telling me this slow journey of chipping away, of every day showing up. Although it is hard work, you're going to sweat, you're going to be victorious. Your hard work pays off. It's brilliant. You're going to be recognized for this work that you're doing under the surface. You know, even all this hard work where no one's really noticed, you might be keeping it close to your chest. You might not have shared what you're doing with many people, perhaps. When your time comes to reveal what you've been doing, what you've been working on, it's going to really impress people. When it's time for this to really come to light and shine in the world, it's going to help people. It's going to make a difference in your life or someone's life. Life is changing for you here. I can see you releasing lots of things that just aren't healthy in the past. You've sort of already done a lot of that work, and now you've removed the things that were holding you back. And some things still pop up, like any human, right? But it's easier and quicker for you to identify what needs to be released, so you can really just nurture yourself, nurture your projects, and nurture your family, perhaps. Just through nurturing yourself, you nurture your family. So in the Oracle cards here, you've got power and leadership, and the pictures, of course, look at that. There's power, lightning, and sort of like that's what sweeps into this bear. I thought that was really cool. I love that. What do we got for power? This is your time. This is the time to claim your power, to step into your potential. This doesn't necessarily mean you will be without fear. You might feel uncertain, but do it anyway. Be courageous, let the world hear your voice, take a stand up for yourself and for others, share your passion, teach from the heart, write, and your words will have great meaning. Hold your body as if you are incredibly valiant, noble, and brave. After all, you are. Believe in yourself big time with that one. Power and leadership. Well, went straight to it. Just as the North Star is a beacon for travelers in the dark of the night, you are a beacon for others. It's time to step into the light and take your leadership role. That's exactly what these cards say. You are that beacon, that light, right? The Three of Wands, and then the leadership energy of the King of Wands. You are that beacon. Step into that role of the King of Wands. You're making plans for the future, like it's happening this week. There's new ideas coming in. You're getting more information. You're getting a sight on what it is you're becoming. You're like, there's a hint this week. There's a clue. You are a teacher, a steward, a guardian, a healer, a true leader. Own these gifts. Come into the light. Don't hold back. Let the world see your light. The greatest leaders are those who know how to serve and act as stepping stones for others to reach their dreams. If you've been hiding in the background, it's time to break out and become the light for others. Through this, your star shines brighter. Yeah, you become the magician. That's what that's about. I'm just loving the colour. The colour fade, like how it really lines up there. So prosperity lies ahead. Your hard work is paying off. You're very close to achieving your goals, and wisdom. You have wisdom now as well. Like you needed any more confirmation on the wise being that you are. Look, Hermit and look at all this. Wise old man energy. Beautiful. Stunning. There's so much wisdom in you. And the lion here really denotes that connection to community and compassion and being part of a greater cause, and that ability to protect and the people that need your protection, to be there, to be a leader, like all of it. Yeah, right. Just wisdom. The wisdom is inside of you that will lead you and does lead you. You're so divinely guided by that wisdom, which brings me to I am divinely guided with this compass imagery here, and I'm lovable just as you are. I think that's the part of it as well. For some of you, you might feel like maybe you're not enough, you don't have enough experience, or you haven't taken that role before, but believe me, you've got all of the wisdom and everything it takes inside of you to step into that role so seamlessly. And I'm just seeing like in ways that just it will look like you've done it your whole life, and I'm seeing the profound effect it has on other people that I don't think you'd ever even get to see. I don't think we ever really get to see the profound effects we have on people. So I also have a new, I've got these as well, a new deck on the channel. You've probably seen them on channels before, the Tea Leaf Oracle. They're super awesome, so I've got some of those for you as well, but I'll just do these first. The self-love prompts for the week ahead is sleep and rest. Give your body the rest it needs without feeling guilty. Live your dream. Never give up on the dream. Dare to live the adventure. Love your work. Ask yourself if what you're doing today is truly making you happy. Higher self messages. With greater awareness, you will find the answers you're looking for. You have special gifts. Never surrender to normal. And balance all dimensions of your life. And yeah, the Tea Leaf Oracle. So we've got Nest. An emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. Feather. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. Maybe something to be aware of. That might be why you've been in hermit mode, just working on yourself and keeping it close to your chest a bit, your cards. Yeah, for sure. But with that Knight of Wands, is there anything to know about the Knight of Wands? Two of Pentacles, Moon. Yeah, Knight of Swords. There is an immature energy in that. You'll deal with that person later in the week and you'll know what to do. Wedge. Someone is trying to become between you and a friend or something that you want. It probably is all tied up with that. I really don't feel like it's like much you can handle that. It doesn't feel like a big thing. Bouquet. Compliments from an admirer. Box. You will receive a gift. Beetle. Good fortune. Ooh. Eye. Psychic ability. Trust your intuition, and I think that's how you'll navigate the challenge. You're so wise. You got it. Don't even doubt group 4. What are you thinking? Tower. Solid foundation. Success with effort. That's that foundation you're building. Everything you've been working on. Ant. Work, achievement, and success. Yeah, diligently working like this worker ant here, and that's the Knight of Pentacles energy too. I love that energy so much. Flowers, happiness. Might like to put some flowers in your home to bring a bit of life in, feel happy. And woman, dealings or relationship with a woman. Oh, there's two. All right. And fair man, dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, grey, or white hair. So you might be dealing with lots of different people this week, or having a meeting with a man and a woman, perhaps. Maybe that's for you, maybe just one. Take it or leave it. I think that's all I have for you here this week, group 4. I hope this reading has resonated with you and given you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 4.